Will people leave quarantine en masse as America reopens for business, or are we kind of stuck with the stay-at-home economy for a lot longer than that? Hey, this question's coloring everything we do right now. Where does Take-Two Interactive, which we just heard from earlier in the show? This best-of-breed video game maker reported some spectacular numbers last night, the biggest beat we've seen for the group. The problem? Some of that strength does indeed come down to the fact that people are stuck at home and starved for entertainment. Hey, Take-Two initially rallied on the news, but then its stock did a sudden, horrible U-turn in after-hours trading, giving back all its gains and then some after management pointed out that the level of engagement might not be sustainable. Suddenly, nobody cared about the quarter, and the stock closed down 9 today. They figured it's a short-term, one-off blip up, so you got to take the numbers and run before things go back to normal. Sell. The way Wall Street sees it, either people keep staying home because they're afraid and Take-Two makes a killing, or people start leaving their homes again, and this newfound business just dries up entirely. I say false dichotomy. Obviously, the past 2 months have been nirvana for the gaming industry, and that can't last. The shelter-in-place economy is temporary. But at the same time, I'm betting this period will have a lasting impact on consumer behavior. You've got millions of people playing video games right now who might never have tried them without the pandemic. Once they're hooked, some of them will stay hooked, even as the economy reopens. That's just natural. No, the numbers won't be as strong as they were this past quarter, but I think they'll be much stronger than they would have been without the extended lockdown. It's an unfortunate windfall. I call it unfortunate because nobody wants to benefit off of a pandemic. But it means the stock is to be worth more than what it was selling for before COVID-19, or at least I'd say substantially more. No wonder Take-Two is still much higher than it was at its January highs, and why I think it can keep going higher. After today's pullback, it's a buy. All these new gamers aren't going to ungame themselves. It's very exciting. Hey, same goes for shopping. People have been mumbling for years about the death of the mall, okay? But the numbers never really bore that thesis out. While mall-based retailers struggled, the mall owners, along with the shopping centers and strip mall companies, were all doing pretty darn well. Somehow they were able to consistently raise rents while the mall was supposedly wasting away. Oh, boy, but that is now over with the virus. I do not want to touch these stocks.
The House of Pain.
Most of their tenants haven't been able to operate since mid-March. How the heck are they supposed to pay the rent? Well, they can't. They're deferring. Or maybe they don't even open again. That's why I think many of these retail-oriented real estate investment trusts are in big trouble. Almost all of them have too much debt. If this thing doesn't go right back into true form, which I don't think it will. Plus, even with the economy reopening, that's no guarantee that their tenants will see much traffic. Consumers are afraid to get sick, and they can now get nearly everything they need online. Plus, they're not doing as well as they were financially. Target does contactless pickup. Target, Walmart, same-day delivery. Walmart does some fantastic stuff inside your house. Amazon does next-day delivery. I think they're superior offerings, and people will remember that even as the lockdown ends. How about office space? That's harder. I think companies have discovered that letting their people work from home has a lot of unanticipated benefits in terms of productivity. I know the office REITs tell us not to worry. Their tenants are itching to come back. But honestly, we're in a recession, and companies are desperate to save money. They won't accept the same rents when they know their employees can work from home. Oh, and this canard that they'll need even more office space because of social distancing, I find that one painful. When it comes to remote work, the genie, it's out of the bottle. Retail's the most stark. The pandemic has driven a stake through the heart of brick and mortar. Everything's online now. Some companies get it, especially Etsy, Shopify, and now Facebook. Who needs to rent space if you can run your small business out of your home or on the web? On your Facebook page or Instagram. I think Harvey Finkelstein, the COO of Shopify, put it best. The pandemic has pulled forward retail behavior 10 years. We're now seeing what these companies might have morphed into over the next decade. Without a digital strategy, you're toast. So just remember, even as we reopen for business, the new normal is not the old normal. Stick with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.